the beginning for me it was lack of sleep. Right now it's keeping him alive because he wants to.
He's just very dangerous. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Sorry we've been MIA.
Our channel then?
It's always been our channel. I mean, it's got my name on it, but it's really his channel, let's be honest. We're just living in it. It's his whole world.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots been happening. We still don't have our camera. It gets here on Monday. Taylor's birthday. She's turning 43.
No, not again.
I said that she was turning 42 in one of our old vlogs, and I got a ton of comments of
They
people
really thought I was turning
that actually
42.
thought she was turning 42. But yeah, happy early 23rd birthday. We thought we would celebrate by answering some parenting questions, so we tweeted out for you guys to send them our way, and you did that. Try to debunk some common misconceptions, and hopefully shine some light on how awesome it is being new first-time parents. And how just crazy and hectic it is. What? Questions. Let's switch sides. I like being on this side. What are you doing?
Hi!
And he does this thing where like he'll just look up like underneath us. Well, 4 teeth officially.
3.5.
10 months old.
One's still popping through.
Can you believe he'll be a year old soon? Do you let Malachi cry it out?
If he like hurts himself,
He's not very dramatic. He doesn't over-exaggerate very much. Like if he's crying, something is wrong and needs to be fixed, and like that's you just gotta address it and make it right. And sometimes it's a fall. Sometimes it's, you know, I'm mad I can't get to this thing, or give me your phone out of your hand, or whatever it is. So
I feel like babies don't really have the same life skills or understanding as us. So how can we expect them to just like understand everything that's going on? So we try to soothe him and make sure he's calm. If he like falls and he hurts himself, we try not to react. So
don't try not to make the biggest deal out of it.
When we clap, we're like, you're okay. If he's really hurt, then he's gonna start crying, then we'll comfort him.
We don't really let him just cry though on his own. He doesn't really cry anything out. Did you ever experience any fear about becoming a parent? If so, how did you overcome it? I would love to have a family someday, but I'm scared of unintentionally traumatizing my child because of my childhood experience. Totally understand that. Even just thinking about having another life in your hands, the responsibility of that alone is traumatizing, and you do not want to mess that up at all. So you're constantly trying to lead by example and not make any mistakes because he is watching every single move. So yeah, I would definitely say it's something that you gotta reckon with, and I mean, it's gonna be traumatizing no matter what. They watch you every day, like every move, and they're studying you. He feels that energy and directly responds.
Yeah, I feel like with becoming a parent, you become more aware of your actions, so you try to live more in the moment and be more cautious of what you do, and then even maybe masking how you feel so your child doesn't see.
It's not for everybody though. It's definitely like I still am traumatized by the fact that he just is a freaking. He's a sponge. He soaks everything in.
I feel like it benefits me that I had trauma, so I can keep my child as trauma-free as possible.
You wanna get done? What's your favorite thing about parenting?
My favorite thing about parenting is, well, first of all, of course, all the love that you get from parenting. Just watching him grow and just watching him absorb all this knowledge and just turn into a human being is the most amazing thing. Almost.
It's a double-edged sword. It's sad as hell. I miss
It's
when he
so
was 2
sad.
months old. I miss when he was 3 months old.
Your kid is really a reflection of what you give to them.
If you could give Malachi one piece of advice, knowing that he will follow it, what would it be?
One piece of advice I would give Malachi is just to follow your heart, follow your intuition, and ask your mom for questions.
Honestly, I have no idea how to value one piece of advice over the other, so I've been thinking about this for like 20 minutes and
What did you see?
something you as parents will do that your parents didn't. I will definitely make sure he can play an instrument.
I'm gonna teach him how to snowboard. We're gonna learn together because I've never done it.
What's the most important thing you've learned from Malachi?
You know when people say like live in the moment? With a kid, since they grow up so fast, or you can actually see how fast time goes by, really living in the moment. And I know this is another one, but just he has taught me all that our parents have done for us and how much it takes to be a parent, and I really just have so much more respect
Amen to that.
for all the parents out there because this
You really,
is a lot of
yes,
work.
you really realize
And
how good you had it when you
I
started to
thought-
be a parent.
I thought I knew what it was like to be a mother because I've always wanted to be a mother, but you really don't know. Kudos to all the moms and dads out there, all the grandparents taking care of their kids. Kudos to you. I'm like, how did they, like, parents with multiple children, I don't understand how they did it. I mean, I guess once you have the next kid, then you just make it work, but it's just like mind-blowing. How is it?
That brings me to my next question. How many more are we gonna have?
Well, Nash wants a whole soccer team. But I don't think we're like, okay. Before,
We're in no rush. Let's put it that way.
Before I had kids, I was like, okay, I have 3 kids, I want them every 2 years, blah, blah. But now I'm not really like pushing for anything. Like if we have another kid, we have another kid. If we wait a while to have another kid, I'm fine with that too. I really want to spend focus all my attention on Malachi right now, since he's so young and this is my first child. I want to have all the fun I can with him before I give him a sibling. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna have another kid either, because then never mind, I'm done. What about you?
I want 25.
What is the most difficult part about being a parent? I feel like each stage is different. In the beginning for me it was lack of sleep. Right now it's keeping him alive because he wants to.
He's just very dangerous. That's definitely one of the more taxing tasks in the world.
But I feel like each stage is different and
You gotta take it day by day.
Yep.
Having to accept that anything could happen, an earthquake, a fire, a virus, like whatever's out of my reach scares me the most. I can lower that risk, but it can still happen. So
that
is difficult, man. It's really tough.
I don't want to think about, but
Is his personality what you guys thought it would be? I don't know what I expected. So curious. He's so funny and mischievous too, and has such a good sense of humor. He messes with us sometimes. Like he literally just like plays jokes on us. It's still like flowering and developing, which is one of my favorite things to watch. Is like that personality just bloom and blossom.
I didn't even believe there was a human being inside of me, so I've been pretty surprised
At his
how
personality.
Hey.
Do you play with Malachi all the time, or let him play independently and just watch? Do you ever watch TV in front of Malachi, or let Malachi watch TV? Have you left Malachi? Okay, let me answer these questions one by one. Most definitely, I just let this boy go explore, have fun.
As you can tell, he explores and we play with him. You gotta have a balance. You don't
Yeah.
want him to be too reliant on you, but you also don't want him to just be alone or playing by himself all day.
It's so funny to watch him play. It's literally just
Oh no, he literally plays. He'll read to himself. He'll freaking. He just does the most random stuff. He doesn't watch TV like that. He'll glance over at our screen every once in a while. He knows how to use FaceTime. That's probably the most, screen time that he gets. Yeah, is when we're talking to people.
Sometimes
He'll say,
he watches my
"Hey."
TikToks.
I know he's got some buried in his subconscious.
Subconscious.
Yeah, from when you just watch him all night.
What's one thing you experienced during your pregnancy, motherhood you didn't expect and wish someone would have told you going into it? Well, when I was pregnant, I didn't know a whole lot of things. Like, you sweat a lot, you get really overheated, you're exhausted, your gums bleed. When you're postpartum, your hair starts falling out. There's just so many things that you can't even explain because you have to go through them, and then your brain blocks them out so that you continue to have babies. But it's a great experience. I would recommend it if that is something you choose. Who is most strict?
Probably me. Maybe. Who do you think, Malachi? I'm definitely more strict about the way I hold him.
I feel like you're not strict. You're just more like
Not strict,
cautious.
I'm concerned. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a concerned parent. There we go. A few years ago, you said you wanted to have 3 children. Do you still have this plan? Is that Kitty? I think it's impossible to pick a number. I mean, maybe some people can do that. I wanted 3 because I came from a family of 3 originally.
We don't know.
Did becoming a parent change your POV of life? That is a gross understatement. It definitely gave me some entire new perspectives to see from. We learned so much because of it. We prepped and we prepped and we prepared, and obviously you can never be as prepared as you want to be, or as you should be maybe. But we tried our best, and yeah, it's kind of one of those learn as you go things. You can't ever be fully prepared. So throughout that process, we've gained a couple new
point of views, and
I'm more empathetic towards people.
yeah, I mean, humans in general, like, it just kind of opens you up to love and neighborly love that humans have naturally just from, I don't know, raising offspring. It definitely changes the way you think as well, so I would definitely say that's an understatement.
I feel like for me now, I see like people from their childhood. I don't think about, there's a freaking hornet.
That guy just took a fat deuce.
Like when I look at people and I see them going through something, I think about their childhood. I wonder what they went through. I wonder how their parents raised them, if they got enough love. I start thinking about things like that and stop looking at people just for what I see them as, and try to look at them as a whole human being and as their mother.
That's how you see now?
Yeah. I'm not sexually attracted to anybody anymore.
You're not sexually attracted to anything anymore?
Yeah, no, I'm just a mom now. And you're just a poop. Were you scared when you found out you were pregnant? To be honest, I just had a miscarriage before I was pregnant with Malachi, so I really wanted to take time to focus on myself before I got pregnant again. But that didn't happen. So I was more concerned about my mental health. You've never experienced having a child. So I was just like wondering, like, is this the right time? Which I feel like there's no time that will be the best time to have a child. Of course, like being more financially stable and being more mature. What really matters in the beginning, at least, is just being prepared and willing to give everything to a human being. Well, I think it's really just how ready you are. Like, are you willing to give your life to a child? All they really need is love and food.
What was the question again?
I don't even remember. Were you scared?
Will he be homeschooled? So long before that? How many years until he goes to school? So yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna homeschool him for the first, I don't know how many years. We're gonna try to teach him as much as we can.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
How do you and Nash decide on which way you should do things? As I expect, you may have different views when it comes to parenting. It just comes down to what's best for Malachi. If I haven't already thought of it, or she hasn't already thought of it.
We do a lot of research.
It's literally, it all comes down to educating yourself, because there is a best way to do some certain things. So just try to educate yourself and do your best. That's really all you can ask for.
Pride to the side when it comes to Malachi.
What are tips on staying patient in frustrating moments, like when you can't figure out why he's crying, upset, etc.? I really think you have to think about a child has never experienced life before, and everything that's happening to them could be really overwhelming when they're stressed out and frustrated. So you have to think from their point of view. If you need to take a moment for yourself because you're getting stressed out, maybe just step back and then come back and assess the situation as best as you can. Breathe. Maybe have a glass of wine to yourself. Just think from their point of view. How would you feel if somebody was getting angry with you for getting frustrated when you can't even speak? Or if you don't even understand feelings and emotions yet. So when it comes to being a parent, you have to put your feelings aside sometimes and do what's best for your child. But if that means that you are getting stressed out as well, take a moment for yourself so you can be a better parent, come back and fix the situation in a bit.
Also, there's never been a time where we can't figure out why he's crying. There's always a reason why he's upset, and you just gotta get to the root of it and figure out why. Because, yeah.
He said no, thank you, sir.
Since it's 2020 and technology is advancing every day, what sort of rules do you think you'll have for your children? Example, screen time when they'll get their first phone. Honestly, I want him to be as fluent in technology as possible. Right on cue.
We're definitely not going to restrict the technology he uses. Once you like take something from somebody or tell them they can't have it, they probably want it even more. But I don't know, like a lot of things, we're just taking things day by day. We're not really implementing technology in his daily routine right now, but there's a lot of apps and cool things that kids can learn. And my cousin was 1 year old and he knew how to type things on YouTube. So I think it could be a good learning tool, but
like any good thing, you don't want to overdo it. You got to be fluent in technology, especially in today's day and age. It doesn't hurt to know how to use these things early.
Do you feel lonely for being such young parents, or has it been easy to find mom and dad friends?
sometimes it can be lonely, to be honest. I mean, I spend most of my time with Malachi. I really rarely get lonely, but sometimes I just be like, dang, I want to drink right now, like a michelada. I don't really want to go out, and then when I do leave the house, I'm like, I miss my kid. Who's leaving the house right now? It's coronavirus. But Instagram is really a good tool to find mom friends. I've made so many mom friends, and I love staying connected and keeping up on what other people's kids are doing. But of course, times can get lonely when you're spending most of your time on somebody else.
I like being alone, to be honest. And I'm not really alone with him. You know, I'm usually scared of the dark, and I'm not with Malachi, so.
I don't have many dad friends, but at the same time, all my friends don't have to become a parent because I'm a parent.
That is true. I still have my friends.
Yeah, like my friends are still my friends. How did you both decide who would get up to feed Malachi in the middle of the night?
My boobs decided for me.
You know, I'll wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and nudge Taylor like, hey, he's getting a little squirmish. She'll just feed him and he'll go back to sleep, so. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe below for more videos. We're going to be posting more frequently and consistently, hopefully. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe for those videos and we'll see you here shortly.